Winter storm aftermath. Crews are still working to clear streets and restore power after this week's snowstorm. The Spokane mayor says cleanup efforts could take up to 1 week.
Well, the snow has ended, but record cold temperatures are sticking around. Find out when we'll warm back up.
It's official. Flavored vaping products are banned in Washington for the next 4 months. It was approved this week, but not without pushback from the public.
Everyone who returns to smoking because of this potential flavor ban and dies of cigarette-related causes will fall squarely at your feet.
This morning, we want you to weigh in. Do you think the ban will lead to more people smoking cigarettes? Bulldog comeback. After a major injury, a Gonzaga basketball player is back on the court. How she is stepping up after her team lost 3 starters. And it's for real this time. The Monroe Street Bridge will be closed for construction. How it's going to impact your commute this week.
Up with KREM starts right now with Jen York, Evan Narani, and Dina Marie McNichol.
5 a.m. now on our Thursday morning. Right now, close to 3,000 Avista customers are without power. Crews worked through the night to restore power following Tuesday's storm.
Almost 80% of the 32,000 customers who lost power at the height of the storm last night are back with power. Crews continue to arrive in Spokane from throughout Avista to help with the restoration process. All the power is expected to be back on by later tonight. Power to schools and hospitals has been restored. That now leaves restoration for residential customers. And of course, we'll keep you updated with those restoration numbers throughout the morning. I think one of the big ideas from this between yesterday and today is just how hard Avista has worked to respond to those calls. I mean, when you hit that height of the storm yesterday, it was around 2 a.m., more than 32,000 customers were without power. Within 12 hours, they restored power to more than half of those customers, but of course, still a couple thousand that we're keeping track of this morning that still need that power.
And no one could have predicted how many branches would have come down during that storm and knocked down power lines. So kudos to them, and thank you to our crews who are working out in freezing temperatures this morning to get our power back on.
Speaking of which, let's take a look at those freezing temperatures.
Yeah, it's chilly.
In some cases, record-breaking temperatures as we start off our morning. You can't tell from the view outside, but we're has seen a very, very cold start to our morning, really. Some of the temperatures as we head into the early morning hours could hit below record temperatures for what we have for your typical Wednesday morning or Thursday morning of this time of the year. 23 is the record in Spokane, so if we drop another 3 degrees, we will make it there. 19 for Coeur d'Alene, 17 degrees right now in St. Mary's, and 25 in Kettle Falls. Again, these temperatures pretty well below average. Average overnight lows for this time of year in the upper 30s and low 40s. So we talked about how the temperature changed from the day before yesterday, from your Tuesday into your Wednesday was significant. Now from your Wednesday into your Thursday, it's even more significant. So we saw these temperatures about in the 24-hour change, 20 degrees below. Now we're seeing them another 18 degrees below in Moses Lake. So we've dropped by about 30 to 40 degrees in Moses Lake in just 2 days. 5 degrees colder in Spokane than just 24 hours ago. Coeur d'Alene is 10 degrees colder than 24 hours ago as well. Now here's a little bit of a promising sight. We're moving toward a dry westerly flow, which is going to signify high pressure lingering overhead, dry skies, sunny conditions, though temperatures going to take a little bit of time to warm up since we have that cold Arctic air moving towards us. So we may make it to a high today of about 47 degrees. That's the forecast for today, but expect temperatures to just kind of linger in the 30s for a good portion of the morning into the afternoon. It'll take some time to get to that afternoon high, and then of course overnight lows, we're talking 20s once again. Find out when the forecast warms us up to the mid to upper 50s. That is coming up in your 7-day in just a bit, Jen.
All right, Evan, thank you. Downed trees and broken power lines are still riddling Spokane streets this morning, especially on the South Hill. Spokane homeowners reported more than 150 downed trees and limbs from Tuesday's storm. We do want to take a live look this morning. The mayor says it could take at least 1 week to clean up that damage. City crews are focusing on the South Hill since roads there were hit the hardest. Cleanup is expected to continue through the weekend. And while we still see a good amount of damage, main roads and arterials are clear at this point. Anyone who still has damage can call 311 to report it to the city. 5:04 now. We are tracking breaking news right now. Spokane police are investigating an overnight fatal hit and run. According to police, an SUV driver hit a man at North Crestline Street and East Wellesley Avenue. They say the victim died at the scene. Investigators say the suspect's car was found this morning near North Pittsburgh and East Empire Avenue. Police believe the SUV rolled over and the driver ran away. Around 2 this morning, officers, K-9 units, and helicopters were searching for that suspect. No word, though, on an arrest just yet. The Monroe Street Bridge will be closed starting tonight for construction that is set to get underway at 9 p.m. The bridge closure is expected to continue until Saturday. Crews will do paving work. It was pushed back after late September snow. They say drivers should expect to see delays and closures near the bridge as well. Of course, we'll keep you updated on those closures and how they may impact your morning commute tomorrow morning. After an early season snow day, Spokane Public School students will be back in class today. That means schools and buses will operate as normal. But if anything changes, parents will receive an early notification from the school. We will continue to keep you updated all morning long. Spokane Mayor David Condon is endorsing Nadine Woodward as the city's next mayor. This is Woodward's second high-profile endorsement from a local leader. In August, she received an endorsement from Spokane-County Sheriff Ozzie Knezevich. Both Woodward and challenger Ben Stuckert have multiple endorsements. They come from local businesses, political organizations, labor unions, and prominent Spokane figures. Seattle's sugary drink tax will be a hot topic today on the west side. According to a new report, 97% of Seattle's tax on sweetened beverages is being passed on to the consumer. The price of sugary drinks in the city has increased by an average of almost 2 cents per ounce. The city collected nearly $17 million from the soda tax within its first 9 months. Well, that's your morning rush. More news in less time. Let us know what's happening in your neighborhood by using the hashtag #UpWithKREM. 5:06 now. Well, trending this morning, families say their kids are addicted to Fortnite, and now they're taking the creators to court. And we want to know what you think. Are video games addictive? You can vote right now in our poll on the Up with KREM Facebook page. The suit filed in Canada accuses the game of being as addictive as cocaine. 2 families say their kids developed a severe dependence on the game. Lawyers say the creators, with the help of psychologists, made it as addictive as possible. They say it's similar to slot machines and the tobacco industry. The lawsuit also mentions players do not eat, shower, or socialize because of that game. Business Insider says it has more than 250 players. Now, the game is free, but it does require players to use virtual currency for add-ons. And we want to know what you think. Are video games addictive? We have that live poll going right now. You can join that conversation on the Up with KREM Facebook page. 5:07 now. An emergency ban on flavored vaping products goes into effect today in Washington. And this morning, we want you to weigh in. Do you think the ban will lead more people to smoke cigarettes? You can vote right now on KREM.com or on the new KREM 2 mobile app. The Washington State Board of Health approved the ban yesterday for 120 days. And this followed Governor Jay Inslee issuing an executive order back in September. He asked to ban the flavored vaping products, including flavored THC vapor products. More than 200 people asked to testify, suggesting users will go back to smoking cigarettes.
I smoked 2 packs a day for 20 years and I thought it was going to kill me. This little box saved my life. Please, please be logical.
They are crying, upset, because this is going to hurt them literally.
Well, Governor Inslee is drafting a new law to permanently ban flavored vaping products. He also wants companies to list ingredients on the vaping products. You can make sure to vote in our live poll this morning. We'll have updated results for you all morning long. Right now, 83% of you say yes, you think the Washington vape ban will lead to more people smoking cigarettes. So they say sit up straight. A new study shows day-to-day activities can lead to poor posture. In a survey from Orlando Health, less than half of Americans are concerned about the effects of poor posture. Experts say we spend more than 3 hours a day looking down at our phones or sitting at a desk. And they say these activities cause us to slouch, which can lead to back pain. They say poor posture can also lead to heartburn and digestive issues as well. A study shows spending time with friends leads to good health, but a new study found being social gets harder as you get older. This is out of New York. The study found 45% of adults admit they find it hard to make new friends. In fact, according to the survey, the average adult has not made a new friend in the last 5 years.
I believe it.
Yeah.
It's tough to make friends, especially outside of work too.
Absolutely. Well, by the time you're done working, all you want to do is go home and
Nap,
sit on the couch
sleep.
and
Yeah, exactly.
Netflix and all that.
Luckily,
We've made new friends.
we're friends
Yes.
and we work together.
I know, it's the best.
With that first one, with your sitting up straight and back and health problems, I constantly have to remind myself to not be slouching over. Because sometimes when I'm over at the Weather Center, I just am looking at especially when you're looking at a computer screen that's in front of you here, it's kind of easy to
slouch over,
lean
especially if you're
over.
typing.
But,
I will give you a little trick that we use here in the TV world. You sit on the very front edge of your chair.
Yeah.
You never sit all the way back, and that forces you to sit up a little bit.
And we don't have backs on our chairs.
No,
so we
that
kinda
also
have to
helps.
keep
So
ourselves up.
keeps you up, right? There you go. A little trick of the trade for you.
Up with KREM.
That's right. Look at you.
I'm trying.
You're so impressive.
It's only 5 in the morning.
And you haven't had coffee yet.
I know. That will be like an hour from now. We've got to get that going.
All right, coming up on 5:11 now. Well, diet trends might seem like a good idea for you, but are they a good idea for your furry friends? After the break, we connect the dots.
And presidential candidate Julian Castro drew attention to the border crisis this week. At 5:30, we verify if there is truth behind claims he made.